Yes. Thank you so much as we are maintaining a stillness at the back. Thank you so much.
Osman, you've left your... Or you want me to continue with your speech? That should be yes. Good evening, everybody. No. I think after the entertainment we've had, it's very difficult to hold the attention of you guys. After the entertainment from Zaitun. Is it Zaitun or Zaitun? Can I get the name correct? Zaitun. Okay. So let me try and make it very, very quick so that we can get back. I think she was to do another song after this. So good evening once again. I want to emphasize that what we are doing here today is basically to reposition Cape Media as a hub for production, as a hub that is going to create content that is very different from what we've been having. And how did we get where we are? We started by listening to Kenyans. We started by going out there, not sitting in boardrooms to watch what you'd call to view to have a strategist come and tell us what should be done, but going out there to listen to Kenyans and hear what they think is missing within the local media. And when we went to the ground, we listened, and what we had was clear and unmistakable. That there is a generation out there that feels something is fundamentally missing. That generation is bold, creative, restless, and digitally intuitive. They are the generation that moves between WhatsApp, TikTok feed, radio station, television, and whose attention span is 30 seconds or 1 minute at most. So how do you ensure that you catch the attention of that generation? That is a generation between 18 and 35. For us, when we were in the media, when we were growing and starting in the media, we used to read our own newspaper. You start from page 1 to the last page. We would also leave work very early to rush and watch news. I'm sure some of you, my colleagues here who might be that bracket, might know that. So right now, the audience we are dealing with is very different. That demographic is very different, and the onus is on us to ensure that we catch them where they are. And to reach them is not just a business strategy, it is a democratic and cultural responsibility for a media house. So, what is our intention here? Our intention is to win this generation, this audience, these people who are, or this audience who are not consuming media as it used to be consumed. So we made a decision not to try and be everything to everybody, not to chase ratings through the tired formulas and that have defined media over the years, but to build with focus, to build with intention. Let me be frank. The media that is here today, the media that we are seeing today, is not the same media of 2010 or 2000. It's completely different. Newspaper circulation has gone down completely. TV consumption, the way we know it, has also gone down. So to ensure that we remain relevant is to make sure that we do things differently, to ensure that we are where the new viewers, the new consumers of our content are. Because now we are competing with the computer algorithms, we are competing with artificial intelligence, which are beginning to shape, create, and curate personalized content. So, as an organization that intends to survive for long, we have decided to revolutionize, and that is what we are doing now. So, what does the new Cape Media look like?
Just before you answer that, Mr. CEO, because the next statement is very important, very paramount for the next stage that we're going to. And I know it is very important that everybody has to listen to this point. So kindly, if you know you're conversing with your next person, please kindly hold your tongue. I promise you, as the pilot of this program, I'm only going to keep you for the next less than 20 minutes. Then from there, we can officially open the party and have some beautiful music. We are live on Kenya's #1 television station. This is our CEO. So I think, based on his position and his status, I think we deserve a little bit of attention for us to listen to the agenda and why we're here. So pale nyuma, upande pale, especially pale kwa photographers, red carpet and everything. Asante sana. The ones who are moving around serving also just do it in a very moderate manner so that our CEO can continue. Sir, you are answering that question.
Thank you, Dr. Feneke. So what I was answering was, I was asking the question, what does the new Cape Media look like? It has a bold Kenyan content, not content that imitates what works in Lagos, in Johannesburg, or London. Not content calibrated to a foreign audience. Content that is rooted in their soil, this culture, and these stories. Story ni ya nani? Okay. So content that a young person in Kibera and a young professional in Kilimani both recognize as their own stories. So we will invest in stories that mainstream Kenyan media leave untold, the ones that challenge, the ones that provoke, the ones that matter. Because story ni ya nani? Thank you. So it is an integrated, what we are building is an integrated ecosystem across television, radio, and digital. These are not three separate products operating parallel. They are all interconnected into one platform. A story breaks on Digital 47 at 7 in the morning. It's contextualized on Radio 47 as you drive to work with Mwashumbe and Mwakideo on Breakfast 47. And then it's analyzed on TV 47 by Riz Mutuko or Ainea Dibal. Thank you. So it is also about what we are doing, or the new Cape Media is also about disruption. Not as a buzzword, but as a challenge to what the Kenyan media has been and how we want to redefine what it can be. That means willing to take risks, and that's what Madam Farida and company have been doing. Take risks, take big chances, and ensure that we make bold moves that will ensure that we survive for the next 100 years and beyond. So it's a deliberate, structured investment in Kenya's next generation of media talent. But we understand something that the industry has been slow to understand and to act on, that Kenya is overflowing with extraordinary talent. But talent alone is not enough. It needs an opportunity, it needs structure, it needs someone willing to invest and say, we believe in you, we believe in your dream, and we are willing to provide the ecosystem or the infrastructure that you can prove that you can do what God gave you in terms of talent. So Cape Studio provides exactly that, where emerging creators are not simply given access to our facilities, but they are guided, mentored, and developed by some of the most experienced professionals, as you've seen some of them here, including my colleague there, who work alongside to ensure that they produce what a production that is world class. So from there they build careers, they enhance their portfolios and move into the next space. So as I close, I would like to say one point. To the young people, young Kenyans in this room, and those young Kenyans watching us on TV, streaming, or storing on their various digital gadgets, what we are building here is for you, not in abstract or futuristic sense, but we are building this as a concrete, practical sense, so that every decision we make, every partnership we engage in, every creator who is brought to Cape Studios is geared towards answering one question. Does this, what we are doing, serve the next generation of Kenyans? The answer has to be, and will always be, yes. So that is what our obligation is. Kwa sababu story ni ya nani? Thank you very much, everybody. I think it's a chance for Madam Farida. Come and give a speech. Thank you very much.